I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how to improve your dating skills and your flirting skills and how to be funny and engage people in conversations. I got an email here from a guy who's a viewer, and he says, "Hi Corey, I stumbled across your YouTube channel and I was looking for some help with confidence building and meeting women, and you came up in a video. I think you're great from what I've seen, and so I bought your Kindle ebook." Awesome. Well, if you want to get a copy of my Kindle ebook, right on my website, understandingrelationships.com, underneath the email sign-up box, there's a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle page where you can download my ebook to any electronic device in under 60 seconds. He says, "I wanted to explain a few things. I'm 25 now, and I had a bad childhood. My parents were constantly fighting, and they split up now, but during that time it affected me." And it's like, yep, sounded like my household. My parents were usually my mom was bitching and yelling at my dad, and he was just ignoring her and tuning her out, which just made her bitch and complain even more. I got bullied in secondary school as well. I had to leave in year 9, and I was meant to get homeschooled because my parents were always arguing, and I had no education for 3 years. During this time, I just sat in my room playing video games. I became depressed, and all my confidence went. I thought nothing of myself. And then, when I was 15, I got terrible acne and lowered my confidence even more. Now I'm 25, and only recently, in the past 3 years, I've started to recover, and really, it's this year that I've started to learn again. Well, awesome for you, because the past does not equal the future. That was something that Tony Robbins always used to say, and it's so fucking true. He says, "Now my question is, I met up with this girl today, and I have looked at some of your videos, and you say just to make it playful and fun, make her laugh. Well, because my life, I've grown up not really interacting with many people, it's very hard for me at the moment to think of things to say to women. If you read my book, obviously you didn't read it well enough because you completely missed the point. And you don't have to worry so much about what you say to other people because you want to engage other people in conversation. When you ask other people questions about themselves, like just basic innocuous things, like you could say you're traveling and you're at a convention and there's a bunch of people that are into Star Trek or whatever, because I know Star Trek has lots of conventions, so you run into a bunch of people that are all dressed up like characters from Star Trek. I mean, just by the things that people are wearing, you say, obviously you're here for the Star Trek convention. So how's that going? "Oh, it's really great. This year's convention is awesome, blah, blah, blah." And they'll just go on and on. You're like, "Really? Wow, that sounds really interesting. How did you get into that?" "Oh, I started watching Star Trek when I was a little kid." And so by the time you get to the elevator, it's like you know the dude's whole life story. Or maybe it's a hot chick and she's into Star Trek or whatever it happens to be. Or it's a convention on real estate or whatever. I mean, you have reasons to ask people opinions or ask them about what it is that they're doing because people love to talk about themselves. And when you ask another person about themselves and you're like, "Really? Wow. No shit. Huh. How'd you get into that? Really? Wow." That's all you really have to say. They're going to think you're an awesome conversationalist and they'll go, "Wow, you're a really interesting guy." And you're going to be thinking to yourself, "I just listened to you talk for 20 minutes about yourself, but yet I'm a really interesting guy?" How could you say that? Because you make people feel good because most people never get engaged in an authentic conversation where the person's really going, "Really? Wow. Huh. No shit. Huh. How'd you get into that?" And it's just try it. It's amazing the effect it has on people. And so like I talk about, like when you're interacting with women, you want to make sure she's doing 70 to 80% of the talking. How? By asking questions. If you really like this girl and you're interested in her, like, "Where'd you grow up? Where are you from? What do you do? What are you doing here?" If she's at a hotel or something like that, or she's out, like, "What do you guys do for a living? What do you do for work? Or what are you majoring in school?" Whatever it happens to be, just ask people wherever they are. You ask them their opinions. You should be amazed. People fucking go on and on and on and on and tell you their whole life story, and you hardly say anything to them. And when you see how easy that is, like I talk about going to the mall. There's a video that I did called "Improving Your Social Skills." You can Google that on YouTube or just do a search on YouTube and that'll come up. But just go to the mall and start making eye contact with people. Here's the thing. Wherever you go throughout your daily life, look people in the eyes, and if they look you back in the eye, just smile at them. Just like that and walk by. And because most people you're going to notice are going to ignore you. Like women, like if you look and you go, wow, that girl's really hot, and you're thinking that, and you're thinking all kinds of nasty, dirty thoughts, which is what I like to do, because in some level you're communicating that, and they can pick up on that. But if she's open and she's available and she's single, she'll look you in the eyes and she'll smile, and that's her invitation that, hey, it'd be nice if you approached me and started a conversation because I'm single and ready to mingle. And so as you're walking by, women that are unavailable or who have a boyfriend, they'll keep walking. They'll walk right by you and ignore you. They'll know, and you can tell that they know you're looking at them, but they'll ignore you as if you're not even there. And who cares about those people? Just ignore them. But the ones that look back at you and make eye contact, smile, and then when you feel comfortable and that gets boring, then just start saying, hey, how are you? How's your day going? As you walk by, like, hey, great, thanks a lot. And when that gets comfortable, then start going into the different stores and talking to people. And if there's a really hot girl, you say, hey, where's the shoes department, or where's the men's department? Say, I want your opinion on something. It's like I'm going to get a new cologne today, and like what kind of cologne do you like to smell on guys that you really have the hots for, that you think is just really an awesome cologne that really makes a guy smell sexy? Ask her opinion. She go, oh, I like this, I like that, da da da, and like, hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for your opinion. And that's all you got to say. Don't forget about asking for numbers and all that stuff. Just practice those things first. And when you feel comfortable with that and you want to start asking for numbers, then you just go through the steps that I talk about in my book. Let's see here. He says, if I'm chatting with somebody online, then I can be funny because I have the time to think about it. He says, but when I'm talking to somebody on the spot, I freeze and I'm not sure what to say. And that's why I say that instead of trying to come up with something clever to say, ask them questions. I mean, if you ran into an old friend you hadn't seen in 6 months, what would you say to him? Hey, what have you been up to? How you been? How's the kids? How's the wife? How's the girlfriend? If it's a chick, how is your boyfriend? How is your husband? Or whatever it happens to be. Really? Huh? No shit. Those are the type, you want to treat everybody the same, because when you start talking to people in that kind of an energy, especially like around women, you communicate just like somebody that they've known forever or they've known for a long time. So when you ask them for their number or you ask them to meet up for a drink, it's just the simplest thing to meet up with them and make plans. And so my advice to you is start practicing your social skills like I talked about. Look up the YouTube video that I did. Just Google Corey Wayne improving your social skills, and that video will come up, and watch it. And just do what it tells you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you get comfortable interacting with other people. Because right now you're focused on trying to say stuff, and what you really need to be focused on is getting used to asking people questions, because that'll completely change your paradigm when you start doing that. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen on my website, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. And I obviously got to focus on their emails first, but be patient, I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get my Amazon Kindle ebook, on my website, right underneath the email sign-up box, there is a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download. And you can download my book in under 60 seconds to any electronic device, Android, iPhone, PC, Mac, or iPad, because Amazon has a free Kindle e-reader app that will enable you to read my ebook on any electronic device. And I will talk to you soon.